Swimming coach Dean Boxall became a worldwide hit at the Tokyo Olympics for his gold medal winning antics, but he was already a champion in the eyes of an Australian swimmer who couldn't make those games. Shayna Jack was forced to watch from afar as she fought to save her swimming career after a positive drug test 2 years earlier. But with Boxall in her corner, she's daring to dream once again.
Shayna Jack is back. Back in the pool, back in love with swimming, and soon back in competition.
Super exciting. I'm loving being back and being with my squad mates. I think the hardest thing about training alone was, that isolation. So I'm actually really enjoying being back with my squad and my coaches and having that support again.
It's a far cry from that positive test for Legandrel, just days from the 2019 World Championships, which sent her swim career and life into something of a tailspin. Initially hit with a 4-year ban, what followed was a costly and complicated path back to competitive swimming. Winning a 2-year reduction to that sanction by proving she didn't intentionally ingest the substance, that decision was challenged by both WADA and Sport Integrity Australia late last year. Until finally it was ruled this month by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, Shayna had served her time.
Look, to be honest, it was hard. I definitely had a lot of, good and bad days. And I think for me, I've just kind of grasped onto those good days. And now coming back, feeling all those things that I loved about swimming again, my squad mates, the laughing, the banter, all of those things that we have involved in swimming has just kind of brought to light that love again.
So the comeback is on. In truth, it started back in May when Shayna was first allowed to resume training in Brisbane. But now it's with purpose. And with quite the mentor in her corner, Dean Boxall, the man with the magic touch in Tokyo and a huge influence back home.
So Dean's been a massive supporter for me, so we've actually become a lot like family. I give him everything and he gives me everything, similar to what you've seen with Arnie and himself. He's a very, very passionate guy who loves to see us succeed. So, we've had the conversation about, coming back and proving a point and actually, having that fire in our bellies to actually prove that point. He was always there for me. Sometimes I'd be calling him at 10 p.m, 2 a.m, and he'd always answer my call to make sure that I was okay, because he was someone that I kind of lent on a lot. Potentially if my family or my partner just didn't understand that swimming concept, I always went to him because I knew he would understand and give me the best advice.
Shayna's pencilled in the Queensland State titles in December as her return meet. But with an eye on the World Championship trials in April, where she really wants to be on pace, then comes the Commonwealth Games. And it's that green and gold lure which remains a huge motivator, with the Paris Olympics less than 3 years away.
I probably couldn't tell you how that would feel, because I think that's one of those moments that will happen, and I'm sure a flood of emotions will come my way, but I really look forward to feeling those emotions again.
But swimming is only part of the package that makes up Shayna Jack these days. Her lived experience remains something she hopes everyone can learn from, especially a system designed to catch drug cheats, but as it stands, can also cause such distress for those unwittingly caught in its net.
I do think I'm a very different person than what I was 2 years ago. I think for me, it's kind of acknowledged that swimming is exactly where I want to be, and it's exactly what I want to be doing in the future. And those goals of Commonwealth Games, Olympics, Worlds, they're all things that I know I can achieve if I put my mind to it. So I guess that determinism has really increased for me. And that acknowledgement of knowing that when I stand on those blocks, that I have every right to be there because I fought every day, day in, day out, every hour, just to get back there. So I feel like I have that sense of belonging and purpose in my life again, and I'm going to make sure that I get the use and the every moment out of it and enjoy it.
Life in swimming's fast lane never felt so good. Jim Callanan, Fox Sports News.